Hey everyone, we got a new Blab session on board. We're going to start now. Finding a new stream. I'm going to call in. Yes, tell them. I'm going to join by Marian LaSalle, the famous co-host with the mostest. The hostess with the mostest.
The people collector.
Can you hear me now?
I can.
And I'm going to make you the co-host in the event that I have to take off and run away.
Oh, are you going to run away?
I don't know. No, I'm just going to start. So I'm going to start this recording and we're going to launch the show because we're now simulcast. Brian, we're actually streaming audio over to
Spreaker.
Spreaker.com.
All right.
So launching. Hey everyone, Russ Johns here, and I'm here with Marian LaSalle, the infamous
Hello.
people collector of Blab TV and Future Media TV. How are you today, Sunshine?
I do love people collecting. It is a hobby of mine, and I don't do it. I don't do it deliberately. It's just the way it is. I love people. People love me, and we just have a great time. So
that's awesome. And I can't go anywhere. I can't take you anywhere without having you know somebody somewhere, right?
You know, that is true. I went to way over in Oklahoma somewhere. A friend of mine took me to a casino, and the first person I see when I walk in the door is somebody I know from Dallas. It's like, who would have guessed, right?
Well, I've been to Dallas and Fort Worth with you on a couple of different occasions, and inevitably, when I'm with you, we always run into somebody. So I am super excited about this session, though. Do you know why I'm super excited?
I am too. I love the title, Learn How to Broadcast Your Audio Live over Spreaker, because I've known you could do it, but I just didn't know how. I needed somebody to show me how to do it. So that's what you're going to do today, right? You're going to tell us how?
Well, I'll walk everybody through it, and this is a new product I was beta testing with Spreaker, right?
I love the fact that you're a beta tester.
Yeah, during Podcast Movement, I shared this on how to quickly and easily launch a podcast using Spreaker. And I think what a lot of people do, they get hung up, and this is exactly what we do with Future Media, is we get hung up, a lot of people get hung up on the technology side. And so with Future Media Association, what we do is we actually walk them through, take them step by step, answer questions, we bring experts into the room, and we have all of these activities that help you get past the technical challenges, which a lot of times is simply fear. And technology is moving at such a rapid rate that it's really easy to get overwhelmed by all the changes and everything else. And at the same time, it's getting increasingly more easy to deal with, right? It's getting simpler. At least I think it's getting simpler. I've seen a lot of things that we've shared in previous examples and exercises. Like RJ did a beautiful example of what Canva and some of the details on what Canva can help you do as a designer. She produced something right in front of us, and it was really easy. So it was excellent.
I think as long as you can focus on something, you can get to do what it is that you want to do a lot easier. So yes, you're right. The technology is giving even people who are not in the tech world, it's giving them the opportunity to do more themselves or have their staff do it. But there's so much that's out there. They're getting confused. They don't know what to do. They don't know the best route. And so that's where I believe the community comes in, that can see it from a bird's eye view instead of, inside your business. We can look at it from a bird's eye view and get the community's, explanation of what they see. Absolutely. And you don't have to take everybody's advice, right? You can listen to other people's advice, because if you don't really want to do video because you're afraid of that little light that goes on, no matter how much somebody tells you it's great and Google loves it and everything, you're not going to do it. You're going to do other things. You're going to stall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
It's often a challenge to take the first step. And people discover along the way that, sometimes after they take that first step, it's much easier. And they say, oh, I can do it. How many people have we had do videos or do interviews or, do something active in our group? It's amazing to share this stuff.
We do push people out of their comfort zone, Russ.
Well, not everybody wants to be in the media. However, everybody needs to understand how to share their message, their brand, and their story with others, because that's how we relate to each other, right? We relate to each other in a way that we can actually generate a conversation and build a relationship and actually discover, okay, how can I do business with you? I like you. If I need your product, I'm going to do business with you. If I don't need your product, maybe I know somebody that does need your product, and I can have them do business with you. So
today we're learning how to broadcast our audio live over Spreaker. Can you give us an idea of what that means?
Yes, I can.
I think some people don't even know what Spreaker is, and I get Stitcher and Spreaker kind of mixed up, so maybe you could go into detail about that.
Absolutely. So Spreaker.com, I don't have a Manicam installed here, so I can't do a screen share, but Spreaker, Spreaker.com
I'll put it in the show notes.
Yeah, put it in the show notes. Thank you. It is a hosting, an audio platform that you can do a DJ, you can do a podcast, you can do broadcast radio, and you can actually upload or record your audio message just like we're doing here right now, and then broadcast that live, or you can save it to broadcast in the future. And so Spreaker is a platform that I used to broadcast, thousands of high school varsity sports teams in, doing play-by-play and call action and, swimming events and fundraisers and things like that. We would go to Spreaker and we would record a live program on Spreaker, just like we're recording live today on this channel. And then as you go back into the Spreaker website, you can actually play that. So we would have a team out in the field recording this live broadcast, play-by-play for the football game, for example. And then what we would do is take it and plug that stream, that audio stream, into the transmitter and broadcast it over AM stations. So people in their cars could listen to it, people online, people on using your phone can listen to it. So it's a broadcast channel. And it's a channel. It's a platform that allows you to record, store, post to iTunes, post to Stitcher, TuneIn, SoundCloud, and it automatically shares. And I've got some videos online that we've shared over the last couple of years on Spreaker and how it works on itself to record audio. And they just recently released, Marco, the CTO, and I were talking over email earlier today, and they just released this Spreaker Studio, which is a downloadable desktop version of the browser-based Studio. And so in the desktop version, you actually have the ability to have multiple inputs. So for instance, if you're in a studio and you have multiple microphones and you need to bring in multiple microphones into this to recording, it's like a virtual mixer, like a regular audio mixer, like you just normally plug in microphones.
Can you give us some examples? Because this sounds very technical and I'm not really sure that everybody can understand what you're saying. Can you just give us an example of, say the lady friend that we have that has a radio show speaking about...
Oh, that would rock. Chris could join and do a screen share.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, Chris, you're the hero of the day. So, and while you're doing that, Chris, I wanted Marion to finish her thoughts so I could understand what she's trying to translate.
So what I really think that we need to discuss with people is real world examples. Because you can talk about all the things that you could do. You could have a radio station. You could have all this. But what's it really mean to the business owner? If you have a Spreaker account, what does that do for me? How do I use it as a business owner? How would I use it? And what would be the way I could use it?
Well, one of the ways that you can use it is much like you would use it with Blab. Right now, we're using Blab and Simple Live Press. And what Handy just released, and I wasn't able to get this installed, but Handy just released an update that allows you to stream your Blab live onto your website.
So what Russ is saying is Handy Mora came up with this really cool plugin, and it's called Simple Live Press. What it allows you to do is take your Blab and put it on your website so that people can actually go to your website to see your show, your live show, or recorded shows.
Exactly.
And what you're telling us here is now we can add Spreaker into the mix.
And what that does, I think there's probably 300 or 400 million people on Spreaker. So it's a large platform.
It's another social media platform that has a built-in audience.
It's a built-in audience.
There you go.
So all of a sudden, your Blab audience, I got, a couple of hundred Blab followers, following me, and I'm following more than that. So what Chris brought up is this Spreaker Studio allows you to bring in interfaces, and I created a video for it, and I'll be creating a couple of more videos for it, is down below, right where Chris is.
I'll type it in. Rick is asking sprinkler. No, I'm going to type in the address.
Okay, perfect. And then down below, Chris, this is beautiful. And then you can actually select other audio interfaces. And what you have to do is you use a fairly well-known, if you're on a Mac, you use a program called Soundflower, which allows you to route your audio from a Chrome browser, Blab, into the microphone sources. And so in a podcast situation, or if you're broadcasting like we are today, what I did was I set my output source for my Mac as Soundflower. And this is a little technical, so I apologize. However, so what it's doing is saying my output for my Blab session is going to Soundflower. And then I take my input for my microphone and sources in Spreaker as Soundflower. And so it connects automatically. So I'm broadcasting this audio stream out to Spreaker. So if I get on my phone and I launch Spreaker on my phone, I can actually listen to our broadcast. Now I'll get feedback if I do that. But if you go to Spreaker.com, Marion put it in the audio, and you actually do a search on Future Media Association, or you could type in, I think it might be under my channel.
Media TV?
Yeah, I should look at it. So, and so it's streaming live. So you can actually share that with your audience. Then when it's done playing, what it will do is automatically share it with Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, SoundCloud, and Tumblr.
So Rick says he's never heard this before, and the reason you've never heard it before, Rick, is because it's brand new. Russ is a beta tester for a lot of companies, a lot of software that comes out. They contact him, and he and I usually will fiddle around with it. He does all the hard work, and then he brings me in to test it right before he brings it to the general public. So he knows about all these things way before they hit the market, and this is just brand new. He's a Spreaker tester.
Yeah, Chris, have you used Spreaker before?
No, I'm. Hey, how are you? No, I'm totally new. I'm I'm working on a podcast series. I'm actually think I'm gonna beta test it here on Blab, and I'm gonna record my first Blab is tonight, by the way. My first official hosting.
Tell us what time we'll come join
you. need to share the link and send it our way.
Hold on. You know me.
Drop it in the chat window. Let's share the love.
Definitely. Share the love. Chris is awesome.
Oh, and then so hold on, let me see if I gotta find the link off my so it's called the Creative Tech Show. And it's tonight. I'm trying the 10 p.m. route.
Okay.
What time zone are you in? Oh, Eastern.
Eastern time zone.
Okay, so it's 9:00 our time. That's not too bad.
Is that it?
So Troy's on here. Troy, have you used SoundCloud or Spreaker at all in the past?
You just signed up
for it. Okay.
Excellent.
So I did a session at Podcast Movement 2015 and actually walked people through creating a podcast live. We actually generated a podcast right in the class, in the workshop. And now that they've released the Spreaker Studio, and I was working with Marco on this, testing it, is since you have multiple sources of audio, just like a mixer, just like in a recording studio.
Right.
Imagine it's a virtual mixer is exactly what it is. And so you hit record, you connect it to your Spreaker account, and you can either record live or you can do offline. And then you can, if you want to record it offline, then you can actually, download it and modify it and put bumpers on it. However, the beautiful thing about it is you can actually create effects to where, we have the cloud going here, and we're willing to hear the crowd in the session. And I don't know that did you hear that hand clapping?
No.
Marion? Okay, so that's on my side because I can actually add effects into the Spreaker Studio, or I can add tracks for an intro, an outro. I can add interviews or testimonials, and then I can actually capture these sounds and then share them as the show is progressing on. And
so like what he was talking about is right here, these little plus signs. These are called, I guess in the old radio days, these would be called pots or something, or banks.
Yeah.
They're banks, and you can add your own sound effect here just by clicking on it, and you'll get a dialog box, and you can upload any type of audio file in there, and then it will reside there on call. Like, for example, I was messing around with my 30-second intro for my podcast.
Yeah.
So I can call it back at any time. I've deleted a lot of the presets. This came with a lot more presets, and I've already deleted them. So it seems pretty cool. What I want to see, and maybe you can illuminate this, Russ, is what I want to do is I want to basically use Blab as a proving ground, a test ground for a interview type show. I want to take that audio, and then I'm thinking about uploading it here into Spreaker, polishing it, putting my intro in, doing some of the stuff that I don't want to have to worry about in Blab, and then making it secondarily available, because it'll obviously in Blab it'll already be available, right?
Correct. As soon as you end your session in Blab, you'll receive the audio file, right, in your email.
Mm-hmm.
And then what you would do, you could actually do your editing with your audio file. You could actually do that offline in an audio editor. You could use, you're on a Mac, so you could use GarageBand or Audacity or.
Right, I use Audacity.
Okay, so you use Audacity. So you record Blab, you take the audio, you edit in Audacity, and then you just go into your Spreaker channel and upload it as a final audio. And then you just put your show notes in, or your description for your show, and then the title, and hit publish, and then update your artwork for that particular show.
All right.
And once you have the workflow down, it's pretty straightforward and pretty slick. So, what
do you think the expectation should be for someone who, like me, who has never really done a podcast but is very comfortable with the technology that you just described. What's the typical production time investment after you have the recording? So finishing, what we call in our business, we call that finishing. So or post-production. So
post-production,
what's the typical time? So depending, obviously, I understand that audio editing, an hour versus an hour-long clip versus a half-hour clip is, whatever that is. But is it like if you do a half-hour show, you got about a half hour of post-production to tweak it and get it look nice before you upload it to Spreaker? Or do you just, is Spreaker still, well, that's not the right question. I was going to say, is Spreaker still nascent enough that it can be rough around the edges? But I don't really, that's a red herring question. I don't really want that to be rough around the edges. That guy is riding his bike. That's awesome.
How are you guys? How are you doing?
Hey,
great.
Ben?
I wanted to share this with you today because I'm going to go on these and it's going to be amazing. Right, basically, I got it right here, walking, sorry, and then you will see loads of fishermen over here. As you can see there.
Looks like you're by the ocean.
Yeah, it is, and I'm going to fall by the looks of it because it looks wet. I'll give it a go.
So is he talking about Spreaker, Russ?
Yeah. Hey, Ben,
Yeah.
while you're walking around there, we're going to finish our thought here. So Chris, to answer your question, the audio in the in Spreaker is whatever you send it.
Right.
So it's just a container. Think of it that way. Because
sure.
once the movie or the 3D animation is configured, it's what it is.
Right.
The thing that you'll notice is that it allows the workflow to be very quick, and it will probably take you more time to upload it and publish it than it will to edit an audio and move that along. So I'm just thinking for yourself. I think what you'll find is after you practice, you'll get the ums and the ahs and the pauses, the things that you want to, remove.
Right.
You'll actually naturally remove those, and you'll find
Sure.
that you'll say, okay, I'm going to just do this, and then you'll have your prepackaged tracks. You'll say, I'm going to drop in my intro, I'm going to drop in my music, I'm going to adjust the start time and the ending time, and put the close on there, save the file, upload it, and then as you go through and listen to that, you'll automatically increase and improve your production style.
Yeah. I'm not worried about that. I mean, right now I just got to execute on one and hit all the speed bumps and all that type of stuff. So
yeah. Well, if you're interested, we could probably jump on a Zoom session or something like that, and I could walk you through the whole process so you could see it logically.
Mm-hmm.
And it would probably give you a lot of clarity in the process, so you can actually apply it to your.
And you could record that and put it in the Future Media Association library.
Yeah.
Right on.
In fact, I may even have
send
one. So
right. I got to send you my video, by the way. But okay, yeah. So I'm gonna jump off and let some other people jump in here. But if you guys are, if anybody, I know the evening time is a little bit different. I'm going to try that for a couple of reasons, mainly so I don't have a conflict of interest. But if you guys are online tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern time, 9 p.m. Central, feel free to pop in. I normally was thinking about trying to actually line up. I'd like to line up some co-hosts and things like that, but I decided that I need to execute on this sooner than later. So
we're here to support you. So really appreciate your jumping in and sharing that screen and allowing us to kind of explain it in a little bit more detail. So
great. My kids have a half day today, so I'm in dad mode in about 10 minutes. So I
have an awesome day. Thanks, Chris.
Right,
appreciate
thanks.
it.
Chris, I have a question for you before you take off.
Sure.
The video that you sent us, is that something we can download? It didn't look like I could.
I'll send you the source file.
Okay, that would be perfect.
I'll
Thank
send you the, I'll put it, I'll Dropbox it or something and send you a link and send you the source file for that.
Cool.
Perfect.
All right.
Thank
And then
you.
do you guys have any custom graphics? I know we're kind of talking shop. I don't want to bogart your recording here, but if you have custom graphics that you'd like on the front end of that for future media, shoot them my way.
Okay.
I'll put it on the front and the back.
We'll do
Russ
that.
knows exactly how to do
I'll
that.
connect with Marion later on, and we'll get you something over there. All right?
All right.
All right. Back to what's important. Talk to you guys later.
Hey, have a great
Bye.
one.
Bye, Chris. Thank you.
And that's where we are in Blab. I mean, this is organic. This is fresh. We're just being who we are normally and just doing business as a community here in Blab. So Marion,
I love the community.
So I do as well. So what other cool happenings are taking place as a result of our live broadcast here?
Well, I think it's really cool that we have all these different avenues that we can take advantage of. That sounds a little greedy, but it's really not. Think about when you join Blab. You're now, if you do a show on Blab, people just show up, and people you've never heard of before. And now we have a friend in Chris in another part of the country that does something that's really cool, and he pops in and we know him. He's our friend now for life, okay? And people from all over the world are connecting here on Blab. The same goes with Spreaker. Yeah. So if you feel like you can handle another channel, then do it, because there's millions of people over on Spreaker with an automatic audience to listen to your show. So if you're really thinking about doing your own show, then this is the place to be, because you're going to find the newest, latest, greatest.
Well,
but I just want to caution everybody, do not go down the overwhelm road.
Yeah.
Pick something, get good at it, and then learn something new if you want to add.
Yeah, and teaching always allows you to learn a little bit more about what it is that you're doing. Because there's really, if you can teach somebody a subject, you're going to know it inside and out. And so it's really important to get familiar with what you're doing to the degree that you can teach it. And once you can teach it, it's very, it's just a different feeling. And Marion and I both, we just love teaching and sharing this information with others. And it's really important for us that you get the information you need, and we can share this across the network. And at Future Media Association, we have these experts come in all the time, and we're collecting more experts every day. Marion's really good at that, connecting with people, and it's amazing to see what kind of talent there is out there that they really haven't done anything else. And we ask them, hey, you can do this, try it. And then they create something, and it's brilliant.
So that's a perfect example. So Russ and I were given a class on how to do video with your phone or something like that. I can't remember. Oh, no, testimonials. We had a trainer, and the trainer gave a really good training that day on creating testimonial videos with your phone. Was that David
Kokel?
That was David Kokel.
David Kokel.
Yeah, out of
Wisconsin.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
There you go. And everybody, the show ended basically, and everybody kind of went, oh, that was nice. It was good. We learned a lot. I said, oh no, I'm not letting you off the hook there. Russ and I are going to have you actually creating video right here on your phone. So we had all the gadgets and the gadgets. We had, the stands, and we had, holders, and we had selfie sticks, and we literally wouldn't let them off the hook. If they didn't want to do a testimonial video for somebody, we had them work together with somebody else to create a testimonial video or at least test it out. And everybody participated. There was only one guy who ran off to the bathroom.
He says, I got to go. Bye.
Yeah, I got to go. But it really, once it was done, everybody went, oh, okay, that wasn't so hard. I think I can do that.
Absolutely.
It made me feel good.
Yeah. And actually, we've had a couple of events after that. Same thing with Twitter and AJ Amax in the Twitter class. We had some things going up. All right, Chris Murray, congrats on the launch of the Blab. What's the secret toolbox of creative professionals? I love it.
10
So
o'clock tonight. All right. 9 o'clock
that's 9
Central
o'clock
Time.
Central Time, our time. So
That's
um,
right.
see,
That's pretty cool because it's 7 o'clock Pacific Time, so everybody can listen. If they can stay up that late, Chris, I don't know. If they're on the East Coast, that'd be a late night for somebody. But hey, you never know. There's a lot of night birds out there.
I'm up
So
at 10
I'm
o'clock
really
every night.
excited.
So
I'm really excited about this. And Russ, people need more training on this. Do we have something in the Future Media Association that they could go and watch to learn what it is that you're showing here?
I did a quick video for Brittany at Blab and shared with Marco over at Spreaker to make sure that I had everything collected or considered. I need to go through it, and I probably need you to look at it so you can actually kind of give me some feedback. And then what I'd like to do is redo it and put it together so it's a little more systematic, where it's kind of chunks of information where it's very simple. And then I also need to put in the section on how to adjust your mixer for a PC, because a PC is a little different than the Mac. And so
Excellent.
I'll have to review that. I know that I've done it before when I was broadcasting, at the radio station.
Okay.
However,
Well, thank you for
I would just like to
joining us
put that
today.
I'd just like to put that together. So we'll get together, and thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us today on Future Media Association. Future Media TV is live every single weekday, Monday through Friday, from 10:30 to 11. Unless we change the time, you never know. Just keep up with us.
Track
you
us
never know
down.
where we're going to go. There you go. As Russ likes to say, I'm Russ Johns. Google me.
Track me down on Twitter. Follow me on Facebook. Whatever it is.
There you go. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you're comfortable with. So until next time, we'll see you later.
Enjoy the day.
Fantastic.
Brilliant.
Hey, Troy, how you doing? Thanks for adding us to your.
Yeah, Troy. I went and saw the sessions over on the Blab channel, and it's very cool. Very cool. I like what you're doing. Do you want to jump on and talk about what Hanny's new release is all about? I'm not sure if you have time or you have the ability or opportunity, but I saw a note in a Facebook post from Hanny about the updates in Simple Life Press, and I was on a call, so I didn't get a chance to actually go through it. So I'm thinking I'm going to investigate that a little further, because that might tie in. Because what I understood in the email, Marion, is that Hanny's software now, right now, it updates as soon as our Blab session is over. That creates a post on our website, our WordPress website, and it will allow you to replay that session, right? So what the new release does is allow that live session to be broadcast live on your WordPress website. So you're streaming live not only on Blab, but you're streaming live on your WordPress website.
Fantastic.
So now, all of a sudden, we've added this Spreaker. So all of a sudden, you're doing, is that Ben again?
Yeah.
So we're doing.
See that boat? That's not normal to go in there.
Hey Ben.
Yeah?
Hold on, buddy. I'm going to finish our conversation here. All right. So what we have is now we can actually share it with a new distribution channel of the Spreaker audience, which is hundreds of millions of people. And so that's going to build awareness for Spreaker and all of the channel out there. And so it's interesting.
It's very interesting and a bit overwhelming for someone who doesn't know what you're talking about. So I can't wait for you to come out with this video that shows everybody, and they can just go to Future Media Association and see exactly step by step on how to handle it and how to do it. And
well, they shouldn't
I'm
wait.
looking forward to
They
that.
shouldn't wait to go to Future Media Association. They should just go there, sign up, join us, get involved in the conversation we're having there, and learn what we're talking about every single week.
This is true. Every single day, right?
Every single day.
Yeah.
It's a new day.
So what's coming up this Tuesday? Did we hear back from
we have Jared Lichten is going to be teaching a class, and he's going to be there live and in person on Instagram Basics 101, and we'll be exchanging some information, and I'll get that uploaded as soon as he sends it over, and we'll share that across the social streams and let you know what the title is. I need to get a title from him so we can do some artwork. So add that to our list.
Jared Lichten on Instagram on Tuesday. If you're in the Houston area, feel free to come on by. It's 1 to 2:30 this coming Tuesday, which is, gosh, are we going into November? We are. November 3rd.
November 3rd.
November 3rd. Can you believe it? It's just
I'm scared.
flying by.
I cannot believe it.
Yeah, but if you're not here in Houston or you can't make it, don't worry. If you join futuremediaassociation.com, you can be right there with Jared and us in the community. So we look forward to that. I just adore having this outlet and learning all this new technology. People who have products and people who have a passion to share their dream. There's no barriers anymore, unless you have it up here. If you say, oh, that's overwhelming, I can't do that. That's the only thing that's going to stop you, right?
Exactly.
We have the tools now. We have the technology.
It's the prison in your own head.
That's right. Hey, Tim, how's it going?
Hey, Tim Gillette is in the house.
Yes, he is. Mr. Tim.
So...
and Tim is actually going to be giving us a presentation on words, and that's the 17th. He's going to be talking about blogging. So we're really excited about that. Thank you very much, Tim, for that. And
Tim.
I will chat with you about that in maybe a couple of days. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to head out. I've got some things to do, people to see. I got people to collect. What can I say?
I have to go. I have to go meet a client. So let's until tomorrow. Let's hope you're happy blabbing and you have an awesome day. And we'll see you tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Central Time. Thanks, Marian.
Bye.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.